Hello 6th grade, it's time for art, welcome along. This week we're kind of going back a little bit to some work we did before. So here are some faces that I'm going to be showing you how to draw. The work we did previously was to draw a face in straight portrait, looking straight out from the page, and then we also looked at a profile, like this one, looking sideways. And it was about facial proportion and getting the features in the right place. This time we're getting a bit more cartoony, bigger features, bigger eyes especially, definitely make a more kind of cartoony face. And I'll be showing you how to change the angle of the face so that we get more variation, not just looking straight out in a straight portrait or straight profile, but something in between. A face like this is what's called a three-quarter view. But then we've got other ones where the face is kind of turned that like a three-quarter, but then also slightly up or also slightly down. And then the eyes are in different directions too. So that's the challenge for you this time. You can see I've only got 4, but I do want you to fill up the page. And I want them to be your own faces. I want you to choose the angle of the face, which direction it's turning in, which direction the eyes are looking. I want you to make those decisions, not just copy what I've done, okay? So that's why I haven't done more, because I want you to work it out for yourselves this time, all right? So enjoy the challenge. Don't worry if it doesn't work out perfectly. My pictures are a little bit sketchy and weird as well. The purpose is to try this out, to give it a go. Alright, let's get going. The first little face that I'm going to draw is a profile face, like we did before, only smaller. And this is just to kind of remind you of the basic outline. We have a circle, and we divided that circle like this, and then we worked out where the ear was going to be from there, and we had this kind of extra bit of shape, didn't we? So we can just sort of work something like that, right? So then we've got mouth, nose, and the eye is here. That's your very basic outline, and of course these shapes can be more curvy or less curvy, but it's really in this quarter of the circle where all of those facial features are drawn. Now, what about if we cartoonify a little bit? Don't know if that's a word, but I just made it into a word. When you make things kind of a bit more cartoony, they tend to be more exaggerated. So the challenge that we are taking on in this activity is to turn the head in lots of different ways. To turn the head up and down, side to side. And as we do that, we have to move the features, of course. We have to move the features of the face. So let's imagine that the head is going to turn this way to kind of look at us more. Now this line that would come down the front of the face, we can draw that line in now. Let's say it's going to be kind of around here. There's the line for the top of the ear and the eyes. This is the line where the nose would be. So now we have to imagine this shape is turning too. A good way to do that is with another circle. Alright, so something like this, just to kind of give us an idea of where that space is. Alright, so that's kind of like this circle is moving too. I've made the whole head a bit bigger, which perhaps is a little bit confusing, but hopefully not too confusing. Alright, so then the nose is going to come down like that. The The mouth will be there inside the circle, and the eyes now, we're going to see both of them, something like this. Alright, so what about if we move the face in a different direction, turning up as well as across? So then we have to curve both the lines like this. Alright, let's see, the eyes are going to be more or less here and here. The nose like this, we're going to see the nostrils, and the mouth like that, and then we get to see some chin at the bottom. Something like this. See how the position of the eyes there adds something extra to the picture too. So now the face is tilting upwards and looking to the side, and it makes quite an interesting picture. Okay, so let's try another one. So I'm just going to give you these 4 examples, but I want you to fill the page. Let's say that I want at least 6 up to 8 or more. Between 6 and 8 is a good number to fit on a page, I think. Just try as many out as you can, and don't worry if they're a little bit sketchy. Don't worry if they're not perfect. That's the point of this. It's to try things out and see what kind of faces you can create, changing the angle of the face and changing where the eyes are looking. That's what today's activity is all about. If you want to, and if you feel inspired, you can color your pictures too. You can outline them in marker. You could add more detail in whatever way you like. I hope you enjoy the challenge, hope you have fun, and I look forward to seeing your work.